like, oh my gosh, I don't know, like, you know, sometimes I deep it, sometimes I think about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, am I ready? Am I ready for the live child? Like, hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing just a quick, you know, quick get ready with me. I'm going out tonight, so I was like, let me just pick up the camera. I rarely pick up the camera when I'm like, you know, in the process, so I'm like, let me do this, and you know, let's just have a girl chat. You know, let's have a girl chat. It's been a while. I think I've only done like 1 or 2 girl chats, but child, anyways, I think I'm gonna touch on marriage and just like relationships and things like that, like talking about it in general, like, you know, where I am with everything in my life and my relationship, you know, as a young Black African woman. You know, like I just kind of wanted to share from like that perspective. Hold on, I'm gonna make sure this is not listening. Babe, don't listen to me.
I'm not. I'm just saying it now so you don't hear it in your back.
Oh no, you can play it. I'm gonna hurry up and quickly get ready because I gotta get ready like ASAP. I'm trying to give myself like an hour to get ready or even less, and so I'm gonna be moving very quick. We're gonna talk about marriage. And you know, like I feel like we see a lot of our peers online, especially if you are online, like you see a lot of like people our age, like we're all on just different levels, and so like, you know, you get like a lot of the perspectives of where like all like the women around your age are at with like their relationships, with marriage, with life in general. And like me coming from like, you know, a African background, you know, just like a very traditional Ghanaian background, it's like, yeah, like marriage is definitely something that is, you know, what's that word? Marriage is definitely something that is common, like expected. That's the word I'm using, like expected. And so I kind of always grew up knowing that this would be like, I would be married, you know, like I'll be married and then have kids and whatever. So that's just kind of like my expectations. That's just kind of like where I'm at with like the whole marriage thing, because I know like a lot of times, like we talk now, like, you know, like let's be honest, like marriage is not really like promoted in a way, especially like within our communities, in a way to where it's like beneficial or even like encouraged or things like that. And so you get like a lot of different perspective, but obviously like social media is its own thing. And so when you have family members, like for me, like this whole summer was just people in my community just getting married, like of all time, like young girls, like the ones that just graduated, like people my age, like in their like 20s, 24, 25, 23, you know. And so I just, it's normal to me, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know, I'm in a relationship, I've been in a long-term relationship, and this is something I always knew that I, you know, that would eventually happen if, you know, we were gonna be together for like a really long time, and we are. And for me, it's like, you know, it's getting to that time and I'm just like, oh my god. I think like the major like marks in my life were like going to college and then like graduating and then like working. Marriage was like one of those things where it's like, that's like another, that would be like the biggest shift in my life. Like marriage is like, oh my gosh, you know, you have a husband, like you're gonna have kids, you're gonna like, oh my gosh, I don't know, like, you know, sometimes I deep it, sometimes I think about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, like am I ready for the live child? Like I think a lot of even like how I'm reacting to everything is just like the emotions of it all. Like I hyper overthink what my life is going to be in the future, and so for me it's kind of like been both an exciting kind of thought and a nerve-wracking thought. For me right now, I would say like I'm preparing for that. I think I can officially say that I'm preparing for that. I'm preparing, you know, to be wifed up. Yo, yes, like oh my gosh, I don't know, it's just like I know it's what I want and everything. I'm really annoyed because I have like this, I'm just breaking out bad, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I don't know why I'm breaking out, because my boyfriend's actually here. We've been eating good, y'all. We've been eating good, so I'm just, yeah. But anyways, back to the conversation. People be like, oh, like, are you ready to get married? I'm just like, yeah, I think I am. Like, I think I am. But it's like, wait, not like obviously like right now, right now. So for me, a lot of the things that I've been doing to kind of like prepare for marriage, you know, is like realizing, and I'm not doing like no crazy like research or anything. I'm just really trying to like learn, you know, learn my person, learn, you know, me, what I like, what I don't like, what I need to compromise, you know, especially with my living space. Like, I like my stuff one particular way, especially if it's cute, especially if it's like, you know, fits the vibe, everything, you know. I definitely want to petition for where things go and things like that. And I was like, let me be real with myself. Like, that is, you know, like I want to share, because that just brings peace. Like, I just want a peaceful home. But like when it just comes to like decisions and things like that, that, you know, like in the future it's gonna take y'all both to make those decisions. Like, those are just things that you know, I want to work on, and essentially like just working on me, you know. Like, I've spent a lot of time by myself and like really learning myself and figuring out, okay, like how am I really supposed to react to things, like what are things that just save my energy, are these certain situations like worth my time, are they worth like, you know, my emotions, like especially things that I can't control. You know, these are things that you're gonna take like to your home. Like, you're gonna take, like when you have kids, you're gonna pass it down. I've heard from like, you know, my aunts and uncles and things like that. Like, you know, nowadays the conversations I have with them are like grown conversations. Like, girl, I be like going home and they be like, girl, when you gonna get married? I'm like, dang. And just like that, like they don't care about nothing. My aunt, she was like, oh, da da da, like, you know, so you about to get married. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. I feel like if you're just like especially like an African child, right? If you're a lady, shout out to all my African girls in their 20s right now, because it is not easy for us, y'all. It is not easy. Like, we got everybody in our business, y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. But don't let it get to you, you know. But especially during this time, because, you know, there's just like a whole lot. Like, I mean, inflation has gone up crazy, you know. Just so many unexpected things can just spew out of like today's economy. And especially if you have like student loans and all these different payments and things like that, like it can get so easy losing track of it all. Almost done. So that's definitely something that I've been really, you know, trying to learn and make sure that, you know, I have like goals set for myself, like a certain amount that I want to save up before marriage and things like that. And I will do like a video on this, on like the specifics. I think that would be really nice, so like we can all kind of like, y'all can see how I'm trying to like really, you know, prepare. I feel like especially if you have like plans, like I know for me and my boyfriend, like we have plans, you know, we have big plans, things that it's gonna take, you know, both of us to really, you know, put in the work so that we can get to those, you know, goals of ours, like building a home, things like that. Like, these are things that we need to think of now, you know. And that also brings me to another thing too. Like, I think something that I was really thinking about was, how to start, or like when to start building with, you know, like when to start building with your partner when you know like y'all are going to, you know, be married in the future and things like that. Because I feel like I'm sort of in that position where it's like I'm already knowing, you know, like this is a person I want to be with or whatever. And so we're just like, okay, do we start building now? Like, can we just get started now, you know, things like that. And like, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, no, the ring's not on yet, whatever, whatever. And I know the risk that comes with, you know, premature like doing that, and I'm honestly with it, you know, like if there's not a ring on my finger, I'm not doing anything, you know what I mean? So like, I'm definitely there with y'all. But you know, the things, at least for you, that you know are going to help you build wealth in the future, you know, assets, things like that, like those are definitely things that you should think of, you know, just to make sure like you're secure. I know y'all, I know. But get your financials straight, girl. Set yourself up a little budget, you know what I'm saying, a little savings, some emergency savings. Don't hurt nobody. You see the economy right now, like you just have to be smart with it. Now this last one I think I'm going to cover before I end this video is, oh my gosh, this is scary. I don't want to say it because y'all gonna be so dramatic, especially my friends. Like, anyways, children, don't worry, like no one's popping out any kids. Like, I'm not married, and so I'm not popping out any children. I'm not popping out any children, okay? But as far as like my body goes, knowing that in a couple years that may happen, you know, it just really, you know, dawned on me that, oh, am I healthy? Is my body ready, you know, to bear such thing? Like I said, like I know I want kids and stuff like that, but honestly, recently I've been thinking, I remember I asked my boyfriend randomly, I'm like, so what if we didn't have kids? Like in general, like what if we didn't have kids? But I know it's something that I want in the future, and so what do? You gotta prepare for it. So I'm not in no way, shape, or form like trying to purposely have a child or anything, like no. But I am making sure that I am healthy, you know, and a lot of this is just for me to be healthy too in general, but it's also me also thinking about my future and like, you know, just like my reproductive system, you know, like am I fertile, things like that, those type of questions where, you know, you don't really think about when you're young. Like recently I'm like, am I fertile? I don't know. Making sure that I'm eating better, making sure I at least have like a green on my plate, you know, like a lot of y'all out there don't be having no vegetables on y'all plate, and I'm weak. I'm over here talking about y'all like this wasn't me probably like a year ago, but I started putting vegetables on my plate, so now I can call y'all out. Y'all better have some type of green on your plate, especially if you're a woman. Some type of green. I don't know, if you can't have a green, get a supplement of some sort with your meals, right? You know, these type of things like is what I'm trying to do to, you know, make sure that like I'm keeping like my body right, everything on stable levels, nothing's crazy, and you know, thank God, amen, everything is fine with me. Like I'm not, you know, sick or anything in any way. I don't have anything to worry about, things like that. So I'm just really just, you know, trying to keep things in check and make sure that I'm like, you know, doing my checkups and things like that. Like go to the gynecologist, you know, things like that. Y'all book y'all appointments, I'm not even trying to come for y'all, I'm coming for me, because I haven't booked my appointment and I've been meaning to book it for a little bit. This is my, yes, gynecologist. Like, book them appointments, get your tests, do all that. Let's just make sure that we're taking care of our bodies. And if you want kids in the future, like, you know, you just want to be like in the best shape for it, you know, you want to be in your best body or anything like that. And so prepare now, you know, life is, if you want something in the future, it's not going to come to you just there at the moment. You need to prepare for it. So yeah, so I'm almost done with my makeup, y'all. Making something slight, it's like not even hitting for real, but I'm gonna be back home soon. Like, we're just stepping out really quick, really quick, nothing too crazy. It's my boyfriend's last day here with me, and so we outside tonight. We're just gonna go out and chill for a little bit. But yeah, y'all, like, that's really all I wanted to talk about for real, is like really like preparing. Like, am I ready? Are you ready? For any young girl out there who's, you know, in a relationship or anything like that, like, what are y'all saying? Like, are y'all ready? Like, what are y'all doing to prepare? Like, put me on, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's never, something that I also had to learn was, there's never like a time where like you're 100% ready, you know what I'm saying? Like, I learned that quick with anything in my life. Like, you know, as a master procrastinator, like, I had to quickly learn, and still learning, that, you know, like, waiting to, you know, get the stuff done is just not, it doesn't help you in the long run, right? So I've really just been trying to apply that principle, you know, in other areas of my life. And yeah, like, this is definitely one of them, where it's like, you can never be 100% ready for anything. And so just, you know, do it, especially if, you know, it's right, especially if, you know it's good for you. I've just been trying to make sure that, you know, I do the best thing I can to get ready for, you know, a new chapter of my life coming up. Just making sure that everything that I'm doing in my life is purposeful. Every move I make is purposeful. It has purpose, has meaning, you know, because it's these little things that builds to, you know, to just, yeah, y'all get what I'm trying to say. I do have to put some on this side. Oh, you have to put some hair on there. Part, I don't know, nothing beats the middle part for me. I feel like every single time I even do like attempt to go side part or something, I'm like, I'm gonna do me some layers. I learned that I have a little more time, so I think I'm going to try and attempt some type of layer action. Think that was calculated. Look at this. Oh look at this curl, y'all. Yes, hunty. How did I do that? I think I was going like this. I was going like this with my flat iron. Yes, hunty. Yes, I love it. I want to, you know, make this voluptuous and voluminous. I want my roots to be have a little contrast, so I'm using some of this wig dye brush. Very convenient to kind of touch up the roots a little bit. I don't know, I kind of want them to be more dark. I'm gonna add a little bit of moisture. Here we are, guys. Something really slight. The curls that were originally in the hair were just proving that they wouldn't stay much longer tonight. So I was like, let me just straighten it out a bit. See, I did some layering. My layering work has gotten so much better, y'all. I know y'all see that. Yeah, I did that. Love a good layer. So yeah, we're just gonna go out, just gonna step out for a little bit, y'all. Probably for like an hour or two, come back home and chill. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys want me to do more girl chats, girl talks, or anything. Yeah, let me know. I think I'm gonna definitely do like a sit down and talk more about like the whole marriage stuff and like, you know, just preparing for your 20s in general. And so let me know if you guys would like that video as well. See y'all in my next video. Bye.